what you want to discuss this morning is periodic table of the first 20 elements in chemistry. Although we have more than 1,000 elements now around the world, but for the purpose of the beginners, we'll be looking at the periodic table of the first 20 elements. And apart from the fact that we are going to see the way they are arranged in the periodic table, you see the way they are commonly assessed in most examinations, especially public examinations. So before we go to the periodic table, we must first of all understand what an element is. What is an element? An element is any substance. Let me put it on the board. An element is a substance which cannot be split into simpler substances by any known chemical process or processes. Any known chemical process. That means that elements remain the way they are, no matter the force you apply on them. All elements remain the way they are. That's why most of them are mined naturally, just like other elements are discovered under the earth. So elements in chemistry, all elements have their symbol. We have a symbol we use in representing each of the elements. And what are symbols? Let's assume that they ask you in your exam or any CA test to define symbol. Symbol of element, or say symbol, just simply symbol. Are signs, special signs. Special signs used in the representation. Of elements. So that is to say, most of the elements can be recognized through their signs, through their symbols. Once you see a symbol, you should be able to know that the symbol is representing a particular element. Now let's look at some examples before we go to the periodic table. Elements and their symbols. Elements, symbols. And before I go on, some elements, the symbol of some element are just the first letter of the element. Some of them are the first letter of the element. Some of them are the first two letters, and some of them are other letters. Especially the sign. Are you getting now to recognize them? Let's look at, for example, hydrogen as an element. The first letter of hydrogen is H, so that the symbol is H. Helium as another example. Helium is not H, it's He. The first two letters. This is an example of the first two letters, helium. Because some students still missing the two. Sometimes they say hydrogen is HY. They say helium is H. I can still see that in some of the recent examination papers I have. Some students still making technical mistakes in those areas. So let's look at sodium as another example of element. Sodium is not SO. Sodium is what? Na. That is an example of a symbol that does not follow the first letter or the first two letters. Then also look at some elements like iron. Iron is not IR, it's not R, it's Fe. Then we talk about gold. Gold is AU. 6. Mercury is Ag. So you can see that. So for hydrogen, we have some other elements that their symbol are taken from the first letter of the element. An example is hydrogen, we have it on the board. Then helium, the first two letters. Sodium does not follow any other. You must just master the symbol as Na. Sodium. Iron, same thing, does not follow any other in the word, in the actual word of the name of the element. So it's Fe. Gold is Au in the same way. Mercury is Ag. So the first 20 elements of the periodic table. The periodic table of the first 20 elements can be used to do a lot of things in every exam. In fact, in my research work, I found that mastering the first 20 elements of the periodic table alone, by mastering the first 20 elements of the periodic table, you can answer 10% of every examination. That is to say, just one topic, you already have, if you have objective, 50 objective, you have mastered 5 combinations. Because 5 will surely come to this. And the same thing, JAMB, NECO and series. I've done research on that some years back. So we actually see how others, like we're talking about the electrochemical series. With the electrochemical series, I think we will be able to answer about 15%. That's why when I was still teaching JAMB class, I always have it very, very easy to put my students through what they need to pass. Because there are some things, just master those things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You already have half. You have mastered half of what they are going to ask in all the exam. So, the periodic table is divided into 8 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you have group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7, group 8. So that is the way to start mastering how to draw it. You first of all draw a box, and then divide the box or the rectangular shape into 8 groups. Although that group 8, you don't normally call it group 8, you call it group 0. But when as time goes on, I will tell you the reason why it is called group 0. But just know that there are 8 groups. Then we have 4 periods. So divide the same rectangular shape object into 4 periods. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4. So they may ask you in your exam, in any of your exam, how many periods does the periodic table of the first element has? 4 periods. And how many groups? 8 groups. Period. That's the question, common question. That's one of those things we are talking about. Then, in listing the elements in their correct order without making mistake, I've been using this different system over the years, and I'm encouraging my students to also develop a strategy, because it's compulsory for you to master the element in order of their listing. Very, very important. You can use some. You can use we call something mnemonic memorization. Where you use anything around you to represent what you want to master. So that anytime you want to remember that thing in your exam, your mind will always go to that thing.